What is up, my body warriors, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over how to enter the handstand, how to nail down your kick up. This is quite a common thing that holds people back, especially from that freestanding handstand. They can, hold a handstand on the wall, they get in 5-10 seconds of balance, they've got that bit nailed, but when they go to the middle, when they go to the emptiness that is the floor, they just can't quite stick things together. So that's what we're going to cover in today's video. Right, so as I said, this is probably one of the main issues that I see what kind of holds people back from that freestanding position. There's obviously a little bit of fear of falling, landing on your face, injuring yourself. If you are scared of that, then I highly recommend you learn how to bail. And if you want to do that, I have a whole video covering that topic, so I'll link that one in the description down below. Today, we're going to be focusing specifically on the entry. And this kind of makes up one of the three elements of learning to handstand. The first element is body line, and this is going to be to do with the straight handstand. How do we align all those different elements to make our handstand better and more efficient? That's element or skill number one. Number two is balance. This is probably what you're already working. If you're on the wall, you're balancing, you're understanding how to control, create that center of mass, create that balance. The third and final skill is entry to handstand. Now, this entry can be in many ways. It primarily is going to be through a kick up, but it could be through a jump into handstand. It could be through a press to handstand. Many different ways we can get into it. The kick up is probably the most simple one. So let's cover the super simple and straightforward drill that you can use to get and nail your kick up. Essentially, the wall assisted kick up to handstand, but there is a specific way in which I think that people should perform this drill to make the most out of it, and the reason maybe you haven't made the best of progress just yet. So to do that, we're going to actually just play a game, and the game is the wall is lava, not the floor. The floor is fine, we love the floor. The wall is lava in this instance. So we're going to set ourselves up a distance from the wall. The closer we are to the wall, the easier this is from a mental perspective in terms of falling. And then the further away we go, the more it's going to replicate being in that freestanding position. Kick up, and we're going to use a split leg kick up. So that means we have one leg driving over, the other leg chills back as a bit of an equilibrium, and we hold that split position. When we kick up from here, we're essentially going to try and kick up so that our front leg gently lands on the wall. We then hold this split position, we find our balance, and then as we find our balance, we bring our legs together and we hold the handstand. This is the kick up position with a slight little bit of assistance from the wall, done the right way. We don't want to kick up and essentially bulldoze the wall with our feet because we have no control over how far we're kicking up to handstand and how to control that momentum. If you find yourself just splatting into the wall, you know you're kicking up too much. When we kick up, we essentially have two ways in which we can fail it. We can not kick up enough and we can fall back onto our feet, or we can overshoot, kick up too much and fall over. If you find that you tend to do one or the other, if you're always kicking up and always falling over, or if you're always kicking up and always landing back on your feet, make sure you try to have an even amount of the two. Try to make it roughly 50-50 of too much and too little, so you eventually understand the middle ground, which is the kick up. So back to the drill, what we need to do is essentially, as I said, play the game that the wall is lava. We're going to try and kick up to handstand, but we're going to try to not use the wall. Or if we do use the wall, we want to touch it as little as possible. This does seem obvious, this does seem simple, but all it is a feedback mechanism. By having the wall there, we can simply tell ourselves if we've kicked up enough or too little. If we don't touch the wall and we fall back onto our feet, we haven't kicked up enough. If we kick it into the wall, we know we've kicked up too much. And eventually, over time, we can understand how much power and how to articulate that kick up. So we essentially kick up into handstand, we don't need to touch the wall, and we balance. And that is your entry. From here, we need to take away the mental reliance on the wall. We need to understand that there is going to be no wall when we're in the middle. So the best way to do that is to just gradually start increasing the distance from the wall. As we're still relatively close to the wall, we're still going to have a little bit of that support, that feeling that if we mess up, the wall is still going to catch us, but that wall just starts inching further and further away. So as we understand how to kick up better, we're going to be less inclined to actually touch our feet onto it and more just have it there as a safety net. After you're pretty confident on the wall, the best thing to do is just to go to the middle and start trying. But that is basically it, a nice and simple drill. You just need to do it, I think, in a specific way, in a focused way to get the most out of it. I would set aside 20-30 minutes to spend working on your kick up, thinking about the technique, thinking about it analytically, making sure you're not doing too much one way, too much the other way, trying to find that middle point, trying to perfect the kick up. And don't worry, it can be frustrating. That's just handstands. You kind of just need to persevere and make it happen. If you do have any questions about today's video, if you want to let me know if you're going to use this drill or if this drill helped you out in any way, please let me know in the comment section down below. If you found another drill that you personally found helpful, then I'm sure everyone else watching this would also find it useful. So why not leave that also in the comment section down below and help somebody else out. Other than that, if you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button and support the channel. Right next to it is that subscribe button if you want to join the Bodyweight Warrior tribe. But that's basically been it for this week, guys. I'll catch you in the next episode. Have a strong week and peace.